Dribbling is one of the most fundamental parts of football, and it can be really effective if you know how to do it. But we also see a lot of players making some pretty common mistakes, even though they've been playing for years. So today we'll teach you how you can avoid these dribbling beginner mistakes and be effective instead. So the first mistake that nearly all beginners make when dribbling is only using the inside of their foot. Now, it's a very common mistake because the inside of the foot touch is often the first touch you'll learn. Now, in some instances, it's perfectly fine to only use the instep of your foot to dribble, but you'll be missing out on a lot of potential awesomeness. Because there are parts of your foot that are better to use in different situations. For instance, when you're dribbling at speed, you want to use the outside or the top of your foot to bring the ball forward. Because when doing this, you'll quickly realize how much more close control you can get while running with the ball and also maintain your speed. So if you're only using your instep for dribbling, start using the outside of the foot as well to unlock your full dribbling potential. Secondly, we have tunnel vision. Now, when dribbling, it can feel most natural and most safe to just look down all the time. But you need to be able to look up while dribbling to be able to scan the pitch for opportunities for a pass, or maybe a shot, or maybe even just a different dribble. Now, obviously, you can't look up all the time while dribbling. Even the best dribblers in the world don't look up all the time. After all, you have to see where the ball is and touch it the right way. But what they master is looking up at the right time. So you want to strategically look up when it's possible to scan the pitch. That could be when you've beaten the defender or when you've just gained that tiny bit of extra space to give you a split second to improve the decision of your next move. Then you can look up. Take a couple of touches, quickly look up, scan, take a few more touches, then scan again. Just don't get caught only staring at the ball without ever looking up, because you'll miss some great opportunities. And then there is dribbling too much, which is not only a mistake done by only a lot of new dribblers. Actually, also experienced dribblers often fall into this trap. Now, in essence, it all comes down to bad decision making. You can be the best dribbler in the world technically, but if you don't know when to dribble and when not to dribble, you're going to be very ineffective. And for me, a good dribbler is an effective dribbler. Now, if it's something you have a tendency to do, try to analyze your moves and think of what you could have done differently. Would a pass or shot have been better in the situation, or maybe even keeping the ball instead of trying to exploit that tiny bit of space the defender left open for you? Now, I know it can be hard to resist an opportunity to dribble, but trust me, knowing when to limit yourself is the key to being a good dribbler. A good dribbler is an effective dribbler. And finally, we have overcomplicating things. Look, flashy dribblings are really nice, but often the simple things are what work the best. And that's why you should avoid making it too complicated. And don't get me wrong, I really like watching nice dribbles. Everyone does. But most often, it's the simple things that work the best. So if you want to be an effective and a smart dribbler, don't worry about playing it too simple. You can't. In a one-on-one situation, a rainbow flick would rarely be the most effective skill to use, so don't be afraid to just go for a shoulder drop or a croqueta or a step over. In the end, it's most likely what you, your team, and your coach will appreciate because it's more likely to work. A good dribbler is an effective dribbler. Just remember this. So there you go, my friends, some beginner dribbling mistakes that you should try to avoid. But what do you want us to teach you next? Let us know in the comment section right down below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel with the notifications on. And of course, if you need new football boots, new gear, jump over to the Unisport store via the link to the right on your screen. And with those words, I'll be signing off. Cheerio.